from non-SAP systems. So I hope my voice is clear, or it is okay, all the participants. Is it very good? Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, thank you. So smart data access means accessing data from non-SAP systems. When working on smart data access, so when we are working on smart data access, what is it is important? The first thing is creating a connection. A connection is established by creating a remote data source. So you can create a remote source to the source system. For example, let me log into the remote desktop. Let me log into RDP. So once we log into RDP, let me open the paint. So let us also open the HANA Studio. So this one, so here you have the source. And here we have HANA S4HANA. So what we are trying to do over here. So first I would like to create one connection. So we would like to create a connection to the source. Now this source that we are connecting, it is majorly non-SAP systems. Also we have HANA, but also majorly we can access different systems like MS SQL, Oracle, Hadoop, Netezza, TC. Let me go back. Let us expand the system. Let us open this provisioning. So once I open this provisioning, let me right click on the remote source. Click on new remote source. Once I click on new remote source, so here we can see ASE, Teradata, IQ, HANA, Hadoop, generic ODBC, Oracle, MS SQL, Netezza DB to MaxDB. So all these are different sources. All these are nothing but these are different sources. Let me copy this. So these are all different sources to which smart data access can connect. So what we need to do here, we need to create a connection. So let me first create a connection. So let us go back to the HANA Studio. So what we need to do to create a connection, expand the provisioning. Under provisioning, you have remote source. Right click on the remote source. Click new remote source. Click on new remote source. So once we click on new remote source, let us give the name. So let me give the name as. So what I would like to do, I would like to connect to the source. Which source you would like to connect? So for now, I would like to connect to HANA. So HANA is a source and HANA is a target. So we are trying to connect to a source that is a downstream system we're trying to access data on the fly, on demand, from source HANA to the target HANA. So what I'm trying to do, I'm creating a source HANA system. So I'll create a source underscore HANA. Let us give the server name to which you would like to create a remote source. So what is the server name? So here, I'll right click on system, click properties, click additional properties. So 1 minute, I'm creating on system. Let me right click on best, click log on. So I'm logging into best. So let us open the provisioning. So I'm just using the system. So instead of using a system user, I'm using the best user. So I'll expand the provisioning. I'll right click on the remote source, click on new remote source. I'll give the name source underscore HANA. So let us give the adapter name HANA. Let us give the server name. I'll right click on the system, click properties, click on additional properties. So what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to copy the server name and paste it over here. Provide the port number. So we have given the server name. Let us provide the port number. Port number is 300115. So this is the host and this is the port number. Let us give the port number here and provide the username. So username is best and the password is W capital welcome 123. So we provide the username, we provide the password, port number and the server number, and finally click on execute. So here we have execute. So let us click execute. So once we click execute, so here we created a connection with the name source underscore HANA. So I'll go back. Let us give the name over here. So this is the name of the connection that we just created. So this is the name of the connection we just created. Okay, so we are able to connect to source. Now what we are going to do, so on the source side, you have a table. I would like to access this table. So the table that we have it over here, I would like to access this table using this connection to HANA system. Now the question over here is, what is the difference between a column table and a virtual table? So what is the difference between a column table and a virtual table? A virtual table is a table that accesses data on the fly. Virtual tables are tables that can access data on the fly, on demand. Column tables store data on RAM. So the column tables directly store data in memory, whereas virtual table access data via this connection from the source table and they store it on the cache memory. Now what we are going to do, these virtual tables, we are going to access them inside the calculation view. Why only calculation view? Because attribute views and analytic views cannot consume virtual tables. Attribute views and analytic views, they cannot be able to consume the virtual tables. Only the calculation views support the virtual table. Okay. So what I'm going to do is, so this step is completed. I completed creating a connection. Now here I'm going to create a virtual table. and then I'm going to access inside the calculation view. Let us do step number 2. Let us go back. Let us expand the catalog. Let us go to the best schema. Expand the best schema. Right click on tables. Click new virtual table. Excuse me. Click new virtual table. So once you are creating a new virtual table, please see, either you can create a virtual table something like this, or the other way is go to the connection. What we need to do, expand the provisioning. Once you expand the provisioning, expand the remote sources. So here, what is the connection name? Please see, source underscore HANA. So I'll go to source underscore HANA connection. So this is the connection. So the other way to do this is, please see, I can also expand the connection, expand this, go to the schema from which you'd like to access the table. Expand the schema. What table you would like to access? Let's say I would like to access, here there's a table called department. Let's see what table you would like to access here. Some tables. So let's just access this department table from the best schema. So let us scroll to the bottom and let us access the schema. So here you have the department table. So I'll right click on the table. So the other way is just right click on the table, and here you have an option called add virtual table. So this way also we can do. Just right click on the table, add as a virtual table. So once I click on add as a virtual table, it is going to ask create a table name and select the target schema. So it is asking us to specify the table name. I'll give it as a, I'll give some table. So this is the table I would like to create as a virtual table. And this table I would like to create in this schema called best. And I'll click create. So what is the step we are doing? So which step are we doing over here? So we are doing the step number 2. Step number 2 is to create a virtual table. So I'll go back and I'll click create. So once I click create, now here you can see the virtual table remote underscore DEPT is added to the schema called best. So let us click OK. Now what we'll do, I'll scroll to the top. I'll just close the catalog, right click refresh. So what I'm trying to do now, I'm trying to access the created table, where it is created in the best schema. I'll expand the catalog. I'll go to the best schema. I'll expand the best schema. I'll right click on tables. Right click on tables. Click filter. Give the table name. So what is the table name? Remote underscore DEPT. I'll click OK. So once I click OK, expand the table. So here we can see the table called remote underscore DEPT. So step number 2 is complete. So let us go back. Please, step number 2 is complete. We created a virtual table. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to use this virtual table inside a calculation view. So I'll go back. I'll close the catalog. I'll expand the content. Excuse me. So once I expand the content, right click on the package, click new, click on the package. Let us give the name. So I'll give the name as SDA. Provide the description and click OK. So I'll go to the package SDA underscore 009. So here you have the package. Let us right click on the package, click new, click on the attribute view. Just I would like to show whether it is going to support inside the attribute view or not. So I'll click on the attribute view. Let us give the name AT underscore DEPT and click finish. So once we click finish, so let us scroll to the top, close the content, expand the catalog. So where are we going? We're going to the schema. Why are we going to the schema? To drag and drop this table inside the data foundation. When I drag and drop the table inside the data foundation, what does it say? For virtual table support, a calculation view, excuse me, a calculation view must be created. Do you want to copy this as a calculation view? So it is asking, it cannot support attribute views, so you would like to convert this as a calculation view. If you click yes, it is going to convert to a calculation view. So I'll just say no, because I would like to create it freshly. So I'll again go back to content. I'll go back to the package SDA 009. I'll right click on the package. Let us click new. Click on the calculation view. Let us give the name CV underscore DEPT. Provide the label, nothing but the description. View type, let us select this as data category. Let us select this as dimension and click finish. Once I click finish, let us scroll to the top, expand the catalog, go to the best schema, drag and drop the remote table into the calculation view, click on the projection on the work area. So what is the use of a projection, participants? A projection, nothing but selection of columns. What columns you require from the base table, you can select inside the projection. So I'll link to the projection. So someone created this table, but just we're trying to access department ID and department name. We haven't checked the table, just randomly I've taken. Link the projection to the projection. Click on the projection, select the required columns, click on semantics, at least one key, click validate, and click save and activate. Select the request and click finish. So what did we do? We're accessing this remote table inside the calculation view. Now let us click data preview. I'm not sure whether we have data. Just I'm just trying to access. Click on raw data. Yes, we have some data over here. How much time does it take? 125 milliseconds. So for the first time, when we are accessing the table, it is taking about 125 milliseconds. Click refresh once again. Once I refresh, please see, 46 milliseconds. Refresh once again, 9 milliseconds. Refresh once again, 8 milliseconds. Refresh once again. Please see. So only for the first time. So what is system trying to do? So is my voice okay? Because I just got a message. My voice is not able to hear to the participants from last 5 minutes. Is some problem? Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. So what I'm trying to say, so if you see here, I'm trying to access, first it was showing 125, then 46, then 10, then 9. So every time when I'm trying to access, it is trying to minimize the time of access. Why do you think it is trying to minimize the time of access? Because for the first time, when we are trying to access data, what system is trying to do? Here is the calculation view. You're trying to access data for the first time. It has to go using this connection to the source, access data from source, back to the virtual table, into the front end. Second time when I'm trying to access, now where is the data? It's in here inside the SAP HANA at the cache memory. The second time again it need not go back to the source. Just it is accessing from the HANA system itself. So from here itself it is trying to access. Okay, participants? All the participants feel comfortable? So for this I'll show you the assignments. So assignments for this, let us go to the Dropbox. Let me open the Dropbox. Let us go to common materials. Let us go to set 2. Inside the set 2 assignments, go to data provisioning. So once we go to the data provisioning, here you see there is an exercise with Smart Data Access. Double click on Smart Data Access. Open the document. So here we can see what is Smart Data Access. So here I given a step-by-step document on how we have to work on Smart Data Access. Okay, participants. So I would like to continue one more exercise for today's session. So all the participants okay? Can we continue, add one more exercise for today's session? Yeah, okay, thank you. So okay. What I would like to do, I would like to show participants how can we import file. How can we import file from HANA S4HANA system? How are we able to import files to HANA S4HANA systems? Yeah, so let us log into the HANA Studio. And click OK. Right click on the system, click log on. The username is best. Provide the password. So what I would like to show here, I would like to show participants how can we import flat files using HANA Studio to SAP HANA system. How are we able to import files to HANA system? Now please see, click File, click Import. And here we can see, once we expand SAP HANA content, here we have an option called Data from Local File. So we have an option called Data from Local File. So what is this file? So we can import data from .csv, .xls, .xlsx files to local system. So these are the different file formats that it can support to import directly to the HANA Studio. Now, there are different ways that you can import data into the HANA S4HANA system. So this one way is nothing but called as flat file import, importing of files. For example, what I'm going to do is select this option, click Next. Select the system, click Next. So here you have an option called Import Data from Local File. So where you would like to import, you have to import data from a local file. So let us click Browse. Let us click on Desktop. So what I'm going to do is, I think there is no files over here. So what I'm going to do, so quickly I'm going to create one file to import to the HANA Studio. So double click on this file. Let us quickly create one file. Bucharest VKORG VV010 and VV070. So I'm entering the company code 1000, 2000. Just VKORG, VK01, VK02. Excuse me. Let us enter the company. Let us enter 100, 200, 10, and 20. Let us import. So let us click File, click Save As, click Browse, click on the desktop, and let us give the name. Let us give the name for the file. Let us give the name for the file. So I'll just give it as flat file import. Let me take it as CSV file. So I'm just trying to save the file on the desktop. So click Save and click Yes. So I'm going to import this file to HANA system. So I'll save. I'll close the file. So I'll click browse. I'll select this file. So let us double click on the file. Click on header rows exists. Click on import all data. So once I click on import all data, so header rows exists means the top BU, KRS, VKORG. It will also include the top row. And here it is asking us to select the target table. To which schema you would like to import this? So what is the schema? I would like to import to the best schema. Like you would like to import to the best schema. So I'll select as best schema. Select the best. Provide the table name. I'll give the table name. Is the company code. Click next. So once I click next, so here you can see, now this is the user interface. So here you can see this is the user interface. Now in this user interface, what are we seeing? Manage table definitions and data mapping. Table definition and data mapping. So here, now suppose let's say you don't want all the columns to get mapped. So I'll just select this, remove this. Click OK. If you want to map, just drag and drop. Whatever the columns you require, just we need to select this and drag and drop. At any point of time, only one source column can be mapped to exactly one target column. We cannot map one source to two target columns. One source column can only be mapped to one target column. Here you see, you have an option whether you would like to import this table as a column store or a row store. You'd like to import this as a column store or a row store. So I'll select this as a column store. If you want to change the data type, you can change the data type according to your requirement. So once you've given these details, let's say you would like to add one column. For example, click on this plus icon. Once you click on the plus icon, so here you can see add a new column. I'll give the name as country. So here you can give a constant value, default value, India. So here I add a new column, and here we give the default value as India. So is my voice okay? Because I got a message again from the last 15 to 20 minutes, my voice is not audible to participants. It's clear, right? Okay, thank you. There's some participants and the voice is not audible for last 15 to 20 minutes. Okay, so here I add a new column called country, and I've given the value which is a default value called India. So once we done the mapping, you can select what is the column store or a row store. You can change the data type. Suppose you would like to change the column names. You can change the column name. You can provide a column name. And finally click next. Once you click next, so here you can see what is the source file that we are reading, what is the target table, and to which schema are we creating this table. And here you can see this data that we are trying to import. And click finish. So once you click finish, let us let us expand catalog. Let us go to best schema. Let us expand the best schema. Let us right click on the table, click filter. So the table name was get company code, right? So let us give the table name get company code. Click whole word and click OK. Expand the tables. So here you can see the table that is just imported. Let us right click on the table and click open data preview. So once I click open data preview, so here you can see the data that is imported from the file to the SAP HANA system. Double click on this. So here is the table that is created. And default value, it is taken India. Okay, participants? All the participants okay? It's very simple. All that we need to do is click File, click Import, select data from local file, click Next, select System, click Next, click Browse to select the file, click Open, header rows import all data, select the schema name, give the table name, and click Finish. And table is created. So for this also we have one assignment. Let me show to the participants. If you go to the Dropbox, the participants can go to the assignments. So this assignment is inside the data services. If you go to the data services, so here you can see an assignment. Do you see here? Implementing importing files directly to SAP HANA using data services. No, this is not the one. I think for this there is no assignment. It used to be there, but not able to find. So what I'll do is I'll create a new assignment for flat file import, and I'll upload again into the data provisioning. So into the data provisioning, I will import the assignment once again. Okay, all the participants. So I'll see you. Thank you all the participants to attend today's session. A very good morning and good night. Thank you. Thank you all the participants.